Welcome back, everybody, to the amazing game show that we call Ask for Points!
They were funky punks from Hollywood with a sound of their own.
I come from Minnesota.
I'm from New York City.
I'm from Perth, Western Australia.
I grew up in New Jersey.
Dublin in Ireland.
Melbourne, Australia.
I come from the Upper West Side of Manhattan.
I always dreamt of being on a stage in Berlin.
You cannot limit me.
My sketch is the best sketch because I've got talent.
I can be the best, and I am going to be the best.
It's just an honor to be amongst the talented competition here.
I'm not going to be able to do it.
I really feel like I have a chance.
This is what I'm meant to be doing.
Basically, I am the most talented person from Perth.
I like to keep my cards real close.
It's going to be explosion. It's going to be like a pop explosion.
Welcome everybody to the Weird Show!
Guys,
Hello, cyber audience.
We're back.
All of our fans.
All of them.
It's
I
been
don't know.
forever. It's been since the 7th of March, which was our last show. And if you guys remember, we all gave up on comedy at that point. We were just waiting for Corona to be over. But the reason that our fans see us here tonight is because we've given up on hoping for normalcy and we're just going to start broadcasting online.
Yeah. So,
Welcome.
yeah, thank you all for joining. I can't actually see. Is there anyone here? I don't know if anyone's watching. How do I see it?
There's five audience members that I can tell. Like at the top left corner, you can see there's 6 people watching right now in YouTube. In YouTube right now.
Wow.
6 people watching on YouTube right now.
So
Yes.
exciting. Sarah, I don't see you.
You don't see me at all?
No. Am I the only one?
I see you.
I'm
Okay.
here.
Then
Good.
I'm sorry, but
You just open. Oh, we lost a viewer because of that.
no.
Strange. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Maybe if I do this and then this. Maybe that changes things.
Don't worry about it. I can hear you.
I can do all of the magic with the changing of
Now I see you.
the layouts.
Yay!
But now, can you see me now?
Yes,
Anyway,
now I can see
welcome to our show. The 6 people that are watching. Maybe there are some more that will be joining us along the way. We have invited you here tonight to enjoy a performance that we're going to do. We didn't write any new sketches. We're going to be doing a table read, which is where we just read old sketches, right?
It's right, because it's the least effort way we could get back in front of people.
Yeah, so we went back into the Weird Show archives and dusted off our the drive folders and found some of our oldest sketches, and are going to be reading some of those for you today, as well as show you some videos that we have made.
And
over the past years.
We will be also talking about it because there's something very personal about this medium in which we are all like sitting in our house, and you basically are brought into our studio, and we will talk about like some of the sketches we wrote and what was going in our minds, in our artistic mind.
Because we know that's what the people want to hear. They want the backstory.
The behind the sketch.
Behind the sketch, exactly. So anybody who's watching, you're all very welcome to and invited to send some messages. Maybe you too have once been a Weird Show audience member and have seen some of our shows, seen some of these sketches performed 1, 2, multiple times. If you have any memories that you want to share, or I don't know, fun facts or whatever, feel free to just pop those into the comments on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're logged in and streaming from, Twitch.
Yeah, we had a few comments confirming that Sarah was actually not being seen Uh, but now there she is. So thanks Amanda for clarifying.
Thanks to Amanda King.
And also, like she comments, Miss America, which I'm not 100% sure what it means, but thank you for that. So
That's
keep the comments
controversial.
flowing.
Yeah, there's 2 Americans on this stage, and there's a Uruguayan who's the only person who's in America.
That's true.
It's
So
true.
who is she referring to? I also do a really good American accent, so maybe she's talking about me.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
Great. So why don't we, so we've also invited 2 special guests to our show tonight. Maybe we can introduce them.
That would be great. I'll do the honors. So we've got 2 guests today. I'm just glad I remembered to unmute myself.
We're all really proud of you.
Yay! We've got 2 guests today. The first one is a founding member of The Weird Show. And if memory serves, a big reason why we're called The Weird Show. Maybe we can get into that a little later. But he's also a distinguished author who has written a number of fantastic books, one of which achieved the Amazon bestseller ranking of number 2,738,061, titled The Penguin Guide to Writing for Business. There we go. Yeah! Woo! Please welcome Chris Shevlin!
Yay!
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes,
we can hear you,
loud and
Chris.
clear.
But we will have to wait for confirmation from Amanda that you are seen.
Yeah, exactly.
But wait a second,
didn't
you
mention my other book, which
I was
is
going to say, before we
8
get to
million.
banter, that's part of my script. Before we get into some banter with Christopher Shevlin, I wanted to be clear. The joke in the introduction was that Chris has actually written a series of books. No, take that off the screen. He's written a series of books featuring the character Jonathan Fairfax. We are all big fans. And is the new one out already, Chris?
It is, yes.
Wonderful.
Go buy it, folks.
Yeah, go buy all these books. And also, like, it's really great for us to have you, Chris. Like, it's so wonderful seeing you. And I can imagine that for our fans in the audience, that must be like a great surprise. Like, yep, you're being seen, Chris.
Amanda confirms.
We see you.
So like Weird Show Origins, we started in 2015 in a sketch class that we did with Christopher J. Rock back when at Hive Improv, when Hive and CCB were still around as those 2 entities. And Chris here there were the 5 of us in this sketch writing group. And we put our first show on together. And some of the sketches you're going to see today are from that first show that we did. Which is quite cool.
Yes.
Yes. I want to ask something, Chris. I want to ask you a question. I know that. Can we see the cover of Chris's 3rd book again, please, Master? All right. So this, Chris, we know that you wrote this book in Berlin.
No, it's set in Berlin, but I wrote it in Norwich.
Oh, okay. But so is there some connection between like the bin and Berlin? Is that why you left?
Is that why the book is in orange color, because of the orange bins of Berlin?
Exactly. Yeah, that's the whole reason. And yes, I did leave because I fell into a bin and it led to the CIA starting to try to assassinate me. Which, it was a very difficult time in my life, I can tell you.
Well, I'm excited to read it.
So we had a comment from Beantown. Hello from Beantown. Does anybody know what Beantown is?
You're in it. Well, you're close to it.
Oh, is it? Oh, is it a Massachusetts thing?
That's my dad.
Oh,
that's your dad.
Hey, Dad. Hey, I'm Raquel's friend living in Cambridge. Let's hang out.
We have another guest for that we'd love to bring on stage now too.
Yes, wait, that's part of my script too. Sadly, Chris left the Weird Show for the UK, which leads us to our next guest, who we needed to fill our quota of people from the British Isles. Please welcome Irishman Carl Clancy.
Yay!
Hello.
Wonderful.
I'll never leave you for England. I promise.
Yeah, the only way to leave the weird show is not to substitute it with some other kind of art form, but to substitute it with the whole country. That's how it goes.
Yeah,
that joke.
I'm here for the long haul, folks. Don't worry about it.
Carl, would you like to plug anything?
I was just sitting here thinking about that, thinking, what kind of intro am I going to get? Like, how many Amazon rankings have I achieved? How many books have I written? Not really that many. No, I have nothing to plug at the moment, other than, like, I don't know, be kind to yourselves during the pandemic. That's
a good plug.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
That's,
actually, do you know what? Do you know what? That's nonsense. Come and take an improv workshop with me this coming Saturday at the Comedy Cafe Berlin, but online. Go to training.comedycafeberlin.com. I'm teaching a workshop on the 13th. It's going to be awesome.
Wait,
that's it.
Carl, are these two mutually exclusive events? Like either be kind to yourself or take an improv class?
Yeah, the title of my improv class is How to Not Be Kind to Yourself. So, you know, but yeah, one of those pieces of advice is for free.
So I think Carl, Amanda here says that you should plug your butt.
Way ahead of you, Amanda. Way ahead of you. Come on, it's Saturday night. What is this?
Please, Raquel's dad's watching. Let's keep it above.
I was gonna say something, but I didn't want to.
It's Irish slang for something. It's Irish slang for something totally innocent. Don't worry about it.
I'd love to get Victor Stern's take on this topic.
I also sent my mom tried calling me just as we started the show, and I just sent her a message saying, I'm doing a show. Log on to this website. So maybe she's watching too. Hi, Mom.
Oh. Hi, Sarah's
Hi, Mrs.
mom.
Sarah. Sorry about the butt plug stuff.
Her name's Nell. You can say Nell. Or Nellsy.
Okay, so
hi, Nellsy.
I think that the people want to see a sketch.
Yeah, I think that's what the people came to their phones to see, all the way to their phones to see sketches, or at least to see us pretend to do sketches, reading them online. So I guess we can go to our first sketch of the night. That will be a sketch I wrote that is called Mickey's Mother. And this sketch was originally casted Chris Shevlin, so he will take the role of Mickey's mother. And in the role of Minnie, Sarah Neer. So should we...
Yeah, we also have, so because we're reading scripts, scripts have stage directions, so those will also be read in case anybody's wondering, wait a second, what are these extra lines in between the lines? Stage directions.
That's exactly right.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll be doing the stage direction for this one, right?
Yeah, that's right, Carl.
Okay.
That is correct.
Cool.
So yeah.
So
Clement, Raquel, you guys can turn off your videos. Yeah. Cool.
Does someone say action?
When you're ready, Carl.
Interior, Mickey Mouse's mother's house. Mickey Mouse is in his room, staring at himself in a full-body mirror. He's getting ready for a date.
Oh, hello, Minnie. I've been thinking about you. Oh, thanks. Your voice is pretty nice as well.
Mickey, I can hear you from the kitchen. Stop making a fool of yourself.
Ma, I'm getting ready for a date. I have a feeling that this one is the one.
I hope it's the one. I'm sick and tired of hearing you cry yourself to sleep. Did you pick up the potatoes I wanted?
Ma, I told you the shop would be closed after I got out of work.
Work? Ha! You mean your little steamboat internship? Whistling your day away behind the wheel of a steamboat is not a respectable way to make a living, Mickey. Travelling from port to port, visiting those tarts and whores by the pier. Having fun, are you?
Oh, I just do my job, Ma. Nothing else. As a matter of fact, I got an offer for another job as a sorcerer's apprentice.
That's an apprenticeship, Mickey, not a job. When are you going to grow up? You still dress like a little boy, you and your red shorts. How many times have I offered to buy you real trousers, Mickey? You don't even wear a t-shirt, for God's sake.
Oh, you leave me alone, Mother. I wear what I want to wear. My friend Donald doesn't even wear pants.
Don't even get me started about your friends, Mickey. When are you going to stop hanging out with that nitwit dog Goofy and that good-for-nothing duck? Their kind can walk around with no trousers. You should have more pride.
They're my friends, Ma.
And when are you going to get married, Mickey? You are 31 years old. I'm not always going to be here to clean your dirty underwear and take you to the doctor.
Oh, I tell thee, Ma, this one is the one. You just don't appreciate how hard it is to find another anthropomorphic female mouse to marry.
The doorbell rings. Minnie Mouse is at the door.
Oh, she's here.
I know, Mickey, I'm not deaf.
Stage directions.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mickey opens the door. Minnie looks uncomfortable.
Mother, this is Minnie. Minnie, Mother, Minnie.
Nice to meet you, Mrs. Mouse.
Really? This is your date, is it?
Mother, please. She's a beautiful Catholic mouse.
Are you an idiot, Mickey? Look at her. She looks just like a female version of you. I hope you don't intend to do the nasty business with her. It's like defiling yourself, Mickey. Look at how she's hussied up with that red bow between her ears. She is no better than a whore.
Oh, you're embarrassing me in front of my date. Please.
Mickey, you are wearing huge white gloves and no shirt. You're embarrassing yourself.
Minnie runs away.
And scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
Love it.
His mother.
I got flashbacks to English Theatre Berlin there. That was very strange.
Yeah. So
I think what really...
Carl performed as Mickey's mother in the English Theatre Berlin when we reprised this sketch. Yeah, it was a good from a Brit to an Irishman. It was an interesting.
I think what we really missed was Nacho topless.
Yeah, that's true. So
it was a big part of the sketch.
I was adamant on like not wearing a shirt and like using tiny red shorts, and it was beautiful.
And gloves. You had the Mickey
gloves. I had the Mickey gloves and a bow, a red bow that was very pretty.
I think it's the most eccentric sketch anyone's ever written. I still remember reading it for the first time and just not being able to believe that a human brain had
could go this low.
Whose idea was it to make Mickey Mouse's mother Irish?
That was my idea.
Yeah, that was Chris. Actually, like, I had this just insane, like, I don't know. I like writing jokes about my mother, even though like I have a perfectly good relationship with my mother. But I was watching a lot of Big Bang Theory, and there in Big Bang Theory, the mother of what's his character, the engineer. Anyway, he has a Jewish mother who barely appears or does never appear on screen, but she always shouts at him. And basically, yeah, I thought like, I'm sure Mickey's mother like is terrible with him. So like I had written it as a Jewish mother, and then Chris convinced me to make it Irish. I don't know why.
I think it's because he does such a good Irish accent. That's I think.
That's a good point.
Yeah, the best in CCB, I'll say, or formerly CCB.
Yeah, Chris gave me a real help getting this sketch. Since
A comment from another one fan.
That's just because Amanda can't do a believable Irish accent anymore, you know.
And in response to that, oh dare.
Maybe we can bring Amanda. Maybe we can bring Amanda in as Mickey's mother for a future weird show. Amanda, would you be a good idea?
That would be perfect.
Okay, when we do the best of.
Yeah.
Just Chris, you have won some fans. So she came around. Third comment by 19+9. She respects your accuracy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
I think the accuracy is all Chris, because like he really helped me like develop this sketch into making it sound like actually it was coming from an Irish person.
Or like a staunch Catholic.
Yeah, staunch Catholic. I understand the Catholicism, but the real Irish Catholic in English.
Is that when I came round to your flat that day? It was a really hot day.
I think that was another day. I think like this, like I gave you the sketch and you just worked on it and you brought it back. No, in my flat we worked on. You remember I was working on a sketch about meatloaf.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Where the whole premise was that like it was a man that just like when he got emotional he would just transform into meatloaf. He had like.
Did you write this? Did you write this sketch or want to write this sketch because you just wanted to justify you singing? I would do anything for love.
Yeah, exactly.
I think at the beach you sang the whole song, Nacho.
Yeah, that's me. So if people that don't know me, like at this point in time, like I had so we have fans already of the Meatloaf sketch. Josh, I have 2 or 3 beats of this Meatloaf sketch that have been unused. One of them is even a video. It's amazing. I'll send it to you.
I want to see that table read where we just do all the rejected sketches.
Yeah, that'll be
I'm sure I have plenty.
Yeah, that's a fantastic idea, doing rejected sketches. I have a few of those.
Too hot for stage.
What's the sketch we haven't ever done, Nacho?
The Sherlock. Sherlock does improv is one sketch that I wrote that I tried putting it up 3 times and nobody would ever do it. And
it almost made it into a show, Nacho, but then we had to cut it, I think, because of time, right?
And that was after I learned all the lines for the Sherlock character.
No, really? You had learned the... How could you? It was so good. Anyway.
I learned it. I was ready to do it. Oh, Josh.
Josh, that's great. Yeah, I'll send you. It was also like the Meatloaf sketch became kind of like it was about weird diseases. I had made it as a TV Discovery Channel TV show about weird diseases in which the guy that has the weird disease, his disease is that he just turns into meatloaf. It was Meatloafia impersonophilia or something like that. Anyway, that's enough for my sketch career.
Speaking of meatloaf, how about some salami, Raquel?
Actually, I want to apologize because I'm surprising you guys with something. I know this is a show about our sketch show shenanigans, but I think it's important to remember the history of comedy. One of my interests, I don't know if you guys know this, one of my interests is archival films and the restoration of silent movies. And recently, an old silent film was discovered in someone's attic, and this film starred a very popular comedic actor of the silent era. His name was Dick Dogood. I know now we don't know anything about him, but back then he was huge. But he disappeared from public life after the stock market crash of 1929, and most likely fell on hard times like most of the country, obviously. No one knew what happened to him, but they found this film that he made after the crash, and so he was working, but no one knew about it. I mean, this is nuts. Like, you guys, I'm so excited about this. Like, this is, I know that must have been the weird show, but I have a copy of this video, and because it deals with comedy, I want to show it, and I just want to show, like, you know, the beginnings of a sketch, basically, and how maybe we'll see how it changed over time. But I haven't even seen this video yet, so I'm like premiering it right now for me, for you guys, for everyone.
Yeah, that's great.
Let's watch it.
Let's yeah.
Wow.
So now we know what Dick Dogood did after the market crash in 1929.
Dick Dogood
turned money in any way possible.
Wow. Raquel, tell us a bit about the backstory of this.
So this is actually my first. This is the first sketch I wrote for the Weird Show, and we did it live a few times. Chris played Abner, and then Carl ended up taking the role of Abner after Chris left the country.
Stepping into my shoes again.
And then swiftly out of it.
Breeches.
Raquel, you had it. Do you want me to show that image?
Oh yes, please show the GIF that we have. That was the last bit.
That's great.
So good.
The donkey mask, my robe, and the box of pizzas made it into the video. That was in the basement of CCB for those things were in the basement of the CCB for a really long time.
Oh, I still have the mask. I should have worn that to this thing. But it was fun. It was always fun on stage to do it because acting out a silent film on stage is funny. Yeah. But the last bit, the punchline always fell flat with the donkey, and only later did I find out. Actually, a new show, February 14th. A show I directed is going to be on TV now. It's very explicit, but that's a different thing. But okay, you can take my dad's comment off the screen. Thank you. So, so I found out later that donkey shows aren't really known in Germany. That's why the punchline never got laughs.
This is the first I'm hearing about donkey shows as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Raquel, why don't you explain again?
Live on the internet. Why don't you explain live on the internet some donkey shows?
I only know about it from Kevin Smith movies. Anyway, what else? And the title of this sketch was Foxtrot Nights, which I always thought was hilarious because it was making fun of boogie nights, because obviously 100 years ago the foxtrot was a popular dance.
Right.
But obviously the audience will never know the names of our sketches, so I'm revealing it now, folks. A little background.
Oh yeah, that's right. I made these little banners. Foxtrot Nights.
Foxtrot Nights.
Oh,
The video is
you in a donkey mask is the defining image of my time in Berlin. I think you coming through the door at the stage.
There was Nacho. But Nacho was always going to be Dick Do-Good for me. Like, that was obviously...
That was such a great character. Actually, I loved playing the sketch, like that silent sketch. Every time we did it, like I really.
It was very physical. It was great.
Yeah. But I also remember, like, when this was your first sketch, and I was like, it doesn't have any words. Like, what's going on? Like, it was silent.
And yet it says so much.
Huh?
And yet it says so much.
Yeah, exactly. It was just like such a great sketch, and like, yeah, it's an all-timer. And I'm very glad that we managed to make it in a video, because like now some archival person will discover it in your archives in 40 years.
I think it's also like, if any of you like know the Weird Show, we use so much tech, and I think that this sketch was one of the first sketches where we just used a lot of tech, because we were doing it on stage and we had these title cards in the background and that had to be changed at a regular interval, and from there it was just like exponential growth of like crazy tech that we've done for our shows. Yeah,
that's right.
I wanted to show, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Maybe I'll show it later, but I have our props list from from the first show versus one of the later shows. If I can get that on the screen later, I'll show it to you guys. It's quite funny, but it's like miles apart.
Do we have any photos of any of the backstage prop setups? Because that was absolute carnage.
Oh shit!
Every metal or space
I'm not in the next one. I'm gonna look for that while you guys do the next sketch. Should we just do the next sketch?
Let's do it.
All
Let's
right.
do
Yeah.
Just
Next up, we have Identikit Moron, which was also from our first ever show, and that's Chris's sketch.
Okay, here goes.
Oh, we have stage
have
directions.
stage directions.
I'm just doing stage directions. Got it. Okay.
Is it me reading?
Someone say,
Yeah,
office
you're
in
reading.
police
That's what you're
station.
doing. Just,
I'm
yeah.
reading stage directions.
Yeah, you're reading stage directions, Nacho.
Okay. Office in police station.
Mrs. Hancock? Hi, I'm Detective Simpson. Now, you got a real clear look at the guy who pulled this bank job.
Oh, real clear. He looked scary.
Right. Scary how? Can you say more?
Well, just scary, real scary.
Okay. Well, we'll be working with this Identikit. You'll help me piece together these facial features to create what we call a facial composite. Now, do you see how this works?
Ah, yeah, sure. That's just a big box full of smiles and eyebrows, right?
Well, yeah, kind of. Now, can I ask you to take a couple moments to bring this guy's face to mind? Picture the whole scene, where he was standing, the furniture, how the light came in through the window.
Mrs. Hancock closes her eyes and concentrates for a few seconds.
I can't picture the furniture real good. Can I go back to McBank and take a look at it real quick, maybe? If I just
Don't worry if you can't quite get the furniture. It's just a cue to help you remember.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not getting this cue.
Well, just remember the face.
Wait. I'm so confused. Do you want me to remember the furniture, or do you want me to remember the face now?
The face. Forget the furniture.
You want me to forget the furniture now?
Yes. Listen. Okay. How about any distinguishing features? Mole, birthmark, facial hair?
No. Nothing like that. Nothing extinguishing. Mm-mm.
Right. Okay. So what shaped face does he have? Is it round or more of an oval?
Round or oval? Oh, I don't know. It's both.
Okay.
Round.
So it's not square then.
Square? How can a person have a square face?
You know, with a heavy jaw, that sort of thing.
I'd say this was more of a light jaw, more than half a pound. You know, I really think this would be easier if I could open my eyes.
I never told you to close them.
Oh, that's so much better.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Let's move on to the eyes. Are they round eyes? Would you say like this?
He holds up a pair of eyes.
Round eyes? You mean like the pupils or something?
Okay. Maybe it is words getting in the way. I'll just spread out all of the eyes and you say which ones are closest.
Oh, his eyes weren't close.
I mean, which of these pictures of eyes look most like his real eyes?
He spreads the eyes out on the desk in front of her. She looks for a long time.
These ones. And also maybe these ones, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are you sure? They're very different.
Well, his were in between the two.
Okay, so like these ones, these are kind of in the middle of those.
No. Those are all wrong. They have a really cold look about him. He had real warm eyes. Really.
Oh, okay, but what about the shape, though? That is what we're really looking for at this stage.
Oh, just the shape. Should have said.
She pushes over another pair of eyes.
Well, these are certainly a very different shape from all those warm eyes. Okay, deep breath. Let's try the nose. Like this, or maybe like this.
He shows a couple of noses. Mrs. Hancock considers them.
You know, I'm not trying to say he has no nose. Not at all, but it looks so much more like him when there's no nose there. You know what I mean?
Would you excuse me? I need to take a real quick break.
He leaves the office, closes the door, and shouts in anger.
Ah!
You okay, Simpson?
I'm doing an identikit for the McBank holdup, Chief, with the most obtuse woman I ever met.
McBank? Huh, they just caught the guy.
Oh, yeah? What do you look like?
Warm eyes, no real face shape or extinguishing features. Joe weighed about half a pound. Nose kind of looked like no nose. You know, scary looking. Say, did I see my wife around here earlier? And see.
Identikit moron.
Hey!
Classic. What a classic.
What a sketch. Welcome back.
Chris, any insights into the creation of this sketch?
Where did you do? What was the inspiration for this one?
It was a scene in the book I was writing, and I realized it didn't work. It didn't fit in the book at all. So I took it out and put it somewhere else, and it didn't work there either.
And then you took it out and put it in the weird show where it killed it.
Wow, that's great to have like actually a scene that was meant for a book in our midst of just pure sketches. That's beautiful.
My dad's a fan.
Is that a lemon?
Those are two
It's
hands.
clapping hands. It's hands. It's clapping hands.
Okay, that makes more sense.
That sketch was a lot of fun. I remember spending a lot of time on trying to figure out what kind of accent this lady should have, and I just decided to do just a Minnesotan accent.
Yeah, I really remember all of your lines in that.
Extinguishing features
Yeah.
and warm eyes. But I don't remember at the end of that sketch where there was something about your wife, Nacho.
Yeah.
About your character, the chief. What was the story behind that? I didn't quite get it in this.
Yeah, there was a line. I don't know if we used that line actually in the show afterwards. I think we just called.
I think we might have cut it. It was
Yeah,
originally meant to be that the chief is exactly like the woman he's just been interviewing, and so it's actually his wife, the chief's wife, that he's interviewing.
I thought maybe it was a reference to like some other sketch, because in the Weird Show we often do these kind of overlapping, I don't know, bringing people callbacks and bringing characters from other things. I thought maybe he was referring to someone from a different sketch, or maybe not.
No, it was meant to be a hilarious joke, but no one got it. So we cut it out, and then we cut the sketch out, and then we never spoke about it again until now.
No, I remember we did cut the line. I think like in the end, like after I say like a real scary looking, kind of you did kind of like or something, and then we just blacked out. I had forgotten I was playing this chief character. Oh my god. I totally blanked out, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. I also forgot to tell you that you were playing this chief character. I didn't write it in the...
No, but also like now I totally remember like getting dressed backstage, putting like police chief jacket and a tie. Like it's great to feel the characters again. It's really
fun. Totally.
Yeah, I remember your chief tie. It was very brown.
Yeah, and I was kind of like.
I think everyone was cast so well. I remember it was like Sarah playing a clueless person. It was, you did it so well, Sarah. You were able to just, because you're a good actress, you were able to shut off any kind of understanding or any kind of comprehension. It was so good. And sometimes I really believe that Chris was frustrated.
Raquel, for reference, that's what a lemon looks like.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, no, wait. Who said it? No, who said it was a lemon?
It was definitely Raquel. Raquel said it was a lemon.
No, it's definitely Raquel said it was a lemon.
We do have some pictures here of the
props
green room that we mentioned before. Sarah, if you want to pull them up, or Nacho.
I don't. Where are they?
Oh, here we go.
Nice.
Are we looking at it?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Okay.
So this is ETV, right?
This was before. Oh,
this
that
is
was
like
pretty organized.
Lots of ways.
Very organized.
Yeah. What was very interesting, I don't know if this one was meant to be sent to me, or I don't know if this is meant to be broadcast live, but I don't know what this.
That was one of the props for a sketch that was cut, right? Wasn't that?
I
remember a sketch.
I don't remember ever having.
So you can see like there's so many props. And in the first ever show we did, here's the run sheet. I'm going to share this with you. This was the original run sheet. Can you see that?
Yeah.
There was a
There's like three photos, 2 flannel shirts and a salami, a handbag. And that was it.
Oh my god.
And it went to like
headbands.
Pretty minimal.
The show that we did last year, I wonder if I can show that with you. Hold on. Or I don't know what's here. I'll stop this. Let's see if I can show you the others. I'll show you the other. That was the first ever show we did. And then the last show we did, this was last year, 1,000 Years of Entertainment. Is that what
1,000 decades? What was it?
Decades.
1,000 decades. 1,000 decades of entertainment.
100 decades.
100 decades of entertainment.
Decades.
Oh, so confusing. It was 9 pages.
That's stressing
9
me out just
pages.
looking at that. Oh no.
Look at
Oh,
this.
that's wow.
That was so much work.
That's great. It was a great show.
Military blazer.
Yeah,
that was the show the weekend before the lockdown.
Yeah,
the first one.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
We've evolved. Witches really evolved.
I would say, shall we move on to Raquel? You wanted to read something for us.
Yeah, but I see that. Should I go ahead and just truncate it a bit?
Sure.
Yeah, do it.
Okay. So
do it.
Since this is a new format, I thought I would try out a new format in a way as well. And we're calling this Q Title.
Q title. Hold on. Queuing it. It's being queued. 1 second.
Thank you, Fia.
There we go.
From the notebook of. So we mentioned our class. That was where we all met and started not all of us. That's where we started the Weird Show. One of our assignments was to bring in 100 sketch ideas. Just like any ideas, could be terrible, just an idea. And so I'm a good student, obviously. So I brought in my 100 sketches. I revisited them today to get ready for the show. And it was interesting to see where my mind was at the time. But also that it turns out I had 99 sketch ideas. I guess I couldn't come up with that last one. But I thought I would share some of the funnier ones. Okay. Number 15, like the film Dangerous Minds, a former female Marine becomes a teacher wanting to straighten out teenagers. Her students are rich white kids at a private school. Number 20, art gallerist. I didn't know what the story was.
That's the whole idea.
Is that it?
There's no adjective to describe that further?
We were supposed to, but all I did, because I had to we had to just come up with any ideas, and I think I meant to go back to it and write something, but I didn't. I just thought it'd be funny to mention it. So, because, it's a comedy show. So, number 24, and this one is actually prescient and not funny. A doctor refuses to vaccinate because he believes everything Jenny McCarthy says.
Wow.
Too real.
How absurd.
Number 35, 36, and 37 were all sketches about Marina Abramovich, and none of them were good. Number 44, Demi Moore pottery class. Number 45, Law and Order meets Judge Judy. I guess that's an American joke out there. Okay. Number 49, I was watching a lot of Game of Thrones back then. Number 49, Lord Eddard Stark. This is your life. Number 60, new historical information about Stalin revealed. He applied but wasn't accepted into a university-level creative writing program. Number 66, a children's birthday party clown magician who takes his work home with him. I didn't know what the story was going to be, but it inspired number 67. Number 67, a coroner who takes his work home with him.
Oh,
God. This is touching. A touching story, number 67. A touching story of a cowboy father teaching his professional ballet dancer's son how to line dance. I think that's a better feature, though. Okay, number 87. I'm almost done. Number 87. Jazz-obsessed professor tries to inspire young, pretty pop song-obsessed bachelor students to sleep with him. Okay, last one. I had a bunch of Hitler sketch ideas, obviously, but I'll only mention two. I had a lot. I'm only going to talk about two, both of which I'm still planning on writing. Number 13, a sketch about a scientist trying to find the Hitler gene because he wants to capture it and alter it for good. Like a dictator type gene. I don't know. Okay, so number 38. Okay, ready? This is the best ever. Hitler devises a time machine to go back in time to stop the guys who want to build a time machine to kill him as a child.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Actually, he should go forward in time. Whoa, who knows? It's like the grandfather paradox. I don't know. Anyway, those are from The Notebook of Me.
Yeah!
Thanks for listening.
Great.
Wonderful.
Let's jump into the next sketch.
Which perhaps was birthed from one of your 100 ideas, Sarah.
This was one of my 100. I didn't write 100. If I'm being honest, I probably only wrote like 30 and then kind of trailed off. It was so hard to write them.
But they were all winners, probably.
All winners.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that you're wearing, Nacho?
I'm getting ready for the next sketch.
This is a personal favorite of
I think
mine.
that we showed you the props list just now. Okay, so we are going to. Am I supposed to say the title of this? Yeah, I'll say the title of it. It's called Russians Admire Zooey Deschanel. Interior break room day. Vladislav and Igor are sitting at a table during their lunch break and eat their sandwiches in silence.
Hey, you know who just become recent mother? Zooey Deschanel. You know, musical girl who constitute prettier half of indie folk duo She and Him. Zooey Deschanel.
Zooey Deschanel.
You know, Hollywood girl with raven hair and thick fringe like cascading waterfall so as to perfectly emphasize doll-like eyes.
Zooey Deschanel.
Zooey Deschanel.
Girl who played female protagonist opposite Joseph Gordon-Levitt in 2009 romantic comedy drama 500 Days of Summer.
Zooey Deschanel.
Zooey Deschanel.
Igor and Vladislav eat their sandwiches. After a moment of eating, Vladislav speaks.
Hey, you know what Zooey Deschanel say about waking up in morning?
No. What Zoe said. Tell me.
You want to know?
I must know. Tell me.
I not tell.
Oh, you tease me. What Zoe say about waking up?
Okay, I tell you what Zoe say. Zoe say, in ideal world, no talking before 10 in morning. Only hugs.
No.
Oh. Yes, because waking up is hard.
How it is possible? Is she angel?
She's so wise.
Zoe
Deschanel. Okay, Igor. We play game now. It is called Zooey Deschanel or not Zooey Deschanel.
Vladislav holds up a series of A4-sized photographs of Zooey Deschanel and portraits of other Hollywood stars. He first holds up a picture of Tilda Swinton.
Not Zooey Deschanel.
Very good.
Vladislav holds up a picture of Katy Perry.
Not Zooey Deschanel, you sneaky trickster. You show similar girl, Katy Perry.
Vladislav holds up a picture of Zooey Deschanel.
Zooey Deschanel!
While Igor's exclaiming Zooey Deschanel, Anton walks into the break room and grabs a cup of coffee from the machine in the back of the room. He's wearing a t-shirt with a picture of Kirsten Dunst on it. Vladislav and Igor notice and fall silent and try to maintain composure. Anton approaches and gives them the one-over as he greets them. There's tension in the air.
Vladislav, Igor.
Anton flings the side of his flannel shirt back, exposing his Kirsten Dunst t-shirt. He rests his hand on his hip.
You know where is sugar?
Where it is always, Anton.
Anton grabs the sugar from the table where Vladislav and Igor are sitting. Brief moment of tension while Anton stirs the sugar in his coffee. He exits the break room slowly, making provoking gestures, puffing up his chest, etc. at Vladislav.
Oh my God, I hate his guts so bad. He is so delusional.
Like, okay, Kirsten Dunst, he's Spider-Man upside down. So what? Question is, can she rock floral print like Zoe Deschanel?
Zoe Deschanel, she's truly defining fashion icon of 21st century.
With her wicked sartorial ingenuity.
Melding elegance of 1950s Hollywood and retro chic of early 1960s.
She can be considered
modern day Audrey Hepburn. Zoe Deschanel.
The work bell rings. Vladislav and Igor pack up their lunchboxes and return to work. The end. And scene.
I love that so much.
Zoe Deschanel.
Zoe Deschanel.
I had a question for Sarah.
Yeah.
When you cast Nacho and Chris, did you know that they were gonna do so well with those accents?
No, I remember having to do like Russian accent video training with Nacho. Remember he like worked extra hard and like, to perfect it and was like super excited about it. I felt like Chris had more of a knack for it, but Chris has been having a knack for these accents throughout the whole thing here.
I think Chris is better than me at the accent. I think I'm good at like portraying the soul of a Russian like construction worker.
I had fun making off the props. There were props in this one. I had to make a T-shirt with Kirsten Dunst's face on it.
I remember that.
Oh my God, that was.
Where is that T-shirt now? Does that exist still?
It's crumpled up in the basement of CCB, but it's all like it's been worn and tattered and over time, so it's probably very
Survived the flooding of the basement.
Yeah, I wouldn't wear that again.
That was so much fun.
Very nice.
I always love
eating. Look at I
was gonna say I always loved eating this imaginary sandwich in that scene. I was I was really seeing this imaginary like white bread, ham, cheese, tomato, and lettuce sandwich. Just like I love it.
You guys did some really beautiful bites of the sandwiches. I do remember that as a prominent feature. Yeah. You're just biting into air.
It's great.
Okay, shall we? Oh God, sorry. I was going to say, shall we look at? There's something exciting coming. We're going to take a journey back in time. Is that right, Nacho?
That's true. We're gonna take a journey back in time to another time. And can somebody play the video?
Yes, I will do it.
We'll keep the hands going.
The year is 1810. Napoleon Bonaparte is in exile on the island of Elba. This is Love Letters from Exile.
Josephine, how I dream of you and love you. Here in exile, I know nothing but suffering. Please accept my letter of love.
Chris, have you ever watched that? Have you seen that before? No.
I've never seen it before.
Do you love it?
It's amazing.
That's also from My Deranged Mind. Love Letters from Exile, yes. Otherwise known as Old Timey Dick Pic. But the proper name is Love Letters from Exile.
I've wondered, like, it's a beautiful dick pic. Like, how did that dick pic come to be?
Yeah, I hand drew it.
It's like from memory?
No, not from memory, and also not from a live model. But I actually I googled erect penis, and and then I chose one that I thought had some kind of majesty and enough detail, and I basically just hand translated it into canvas. I'm not bad at drawing, so it was really fun. I remember being in Trevor's and Matilda's place, like drawing a huge dick. Yeah,
a majestic dick.
Yeah, I found it powerful and moving, and just.
Thank you. Yeah,
we had a lot of fun shooting that one. I ended up running about 5K around Hassenheide, I'd say, in footage that was never used.
What time of year did you guys film that?
You're always in place.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, before we did the green screen thing, we had me like, just doing laps of Hassenheide on camera in that costume, getting weird looks. Or even in the shot that Izzy is in Hassenheide, I was like hiding in those bushes, and there's like drug dealers giving me funny looks the whole time because that's where they keep all their drugs in the bushes.
Did you guys film this Did you film that during the winter or spring?
Yeah, it was not summer for sure.
It was chilly.
Yeah, it was chilly.
But there were rosebuds, so I'm going to say
there were some live rosebuds, and also like I have to say first of all, like props to Trevor and Kieran for putting a lot of work into the sketches. Also Carl and Raquel. Kieran helped a lot with the green screen, and Trevor helped direct the video. But
editing as well?
Editing, I think it was Trevor. Yeah. But yeah, the thing with this sketch, like one of the things is like that I never knew if it was gonna really land. I was always afraid that it wouldn't land because it's a one-liner basically, right? It's just there's one punchline. I mean, there's funny stuff with like Carl running around like, through thick and thin and going into the water and stuff. That's funny, but like also it's like a one punchline thing, and I was always scared, but it always landed, and I was like very happy, like hearing the end of the sketch.
My favorite types of sketches are the ones where you just have an outrageous idea, and then you create the whole story based on justifying just that one silly little outrageous idea. And in this case, it was like, hey. I'm sure your pitch was, hey guys, wouldn't it be funny if there was an old-fashioned dick pic, but it was like drawn by hand? And then you create this whole backstory like based on it. I'm not sure if that was the case for yours, but
yeah, and I was very like adamant about the backstory. I remember like having like a writer's room about this sketch, and I'm not gonna name names, but people saying me that it didn't matter if it was Napoleon and Josephine, that I would just do it like randomly, and I for me it was like very important that it was like Napoleon and Josephine. I don't know, for me, because it just connected with this idea of like being away from a loved one for so far away, and like being in exile, and like thanks, Victor, sir. Thank you.
He doesn't call me a pornographer.
Well, now you're not only a pornographer, but you're also in a porn record.
That's true.
Yeah, but yeah, that was really fun. I think it was one of my first videos to make. So I'm very. No, the first one was one with Clem that we shall show some other day.
Oh, the fridge.
But yeah, but it's always a fun sketch to watch. I'm not sure for how many more years it's going to land well with audiences, but
well, as long as people, I think what's so brilliant about it is that that's what people do today. You know, like that's the joke, is that couples send each other images of their genitals.
Right.
And that's the joke, and this will always land.
It'll probably become like a video, like a what do you call it? Like videos are like TikToks are popular these days, so maybe people are sending each other not still images of their penises, but maybe videos, just like short little 7-second loops,
or like a flip book.
It could be a flip book. It could be like the future. The next letter could be a flip book, an animated.
Could be
or one of those spinning. I can't remember what they're called. Does anyone remember? The spinning.
Oh,
the helicopters.
Oh, zoetropes. Are they called?
Yeah, zoetrope.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Not all of our videos, though, have to do with sex. I feel like this is what we're showing right now.
Are you sure?
Like this is really important to tell your dad.
What about sex time machine?
Oh,
a lot of them do. But not all of them. You're right.
Yeah, a lot of them.
How about we go to the next one? The next
Our
sketch.
final sketch. Yeah,
This is the last sketch of the night.
It's a feminist sketch.
Is it?
Sure.
All right.
We've got Carl on stage directions. I think everyone else knows their.
No,
Chris Shevlin on stage direction. I think we're all in this one, are we?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
Goodbye.
okay.
Can somebody remind me which is my character? The name?
You're Elena.
Elena.
Okay, are we ready?
We're ready.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 teenage gals, about 14 years old, are at home in pajamas having a sleepover. They're halfway through their conversation. All the girls are laughing.
Oh, wow, that is pretty bad. But you know what the worst thing about being a girl is?
No. What?
I hate that bras are expensive and uncomfortable.
Oh my god, I know, right?
That is so true. But I think like the worst thing about being a girl is getting your period.
Right.
It's so evil. Once it's over, you just like have a few days and then you're like, you're a bitch again because the next one's on the way.
Like every fucking full moon. Just there.
I hate the bloating. Once a month, it's like my stomach is filled with 100 little angry pufferfish.
Elena minds being really bloated with little angry pufferfish.
Yes. Every month I bloat up so much that I rip my jeans at all the seams. It just comes out.
Oh my God. I get so hangry. Once I ate a whole block of chocolate.
What? Just chocolate? The last time the painters were in, I ate a whole turkey.
Katie mimes quotation marks around the painters are in because that expression doesn't translate outside of the great land of Australia.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I ate the whole turkey raw.
oh my gosh, Tata. That is crazy. Once I had to sit out of sport because I had my period and I didn't have any sanitary pads. And Grace O'Reilly offered me a tampon, but I didn't know which hole it went in.
Once I got so mad, I wanted to rip someone's head off. And I did.
What?
God, I always get so hairy, you know? Like on my arms, my legs, my face, and my back. Ugh.
That is an unusual amount of hair.
And once I didn't know I was getting my period, and when I looked down, it was like a murder scene.
Oh, I think that happens to like lots of gals.
No, I mean, it was literally a murder scene, like blood everywhere. There was a knife and a severed head. Oh,
wow. Geez, Kaita, I'm not sure if you're being dramatic, but it sounds like you're a laugh.
A Wawa?
A werewolf?
A riffraff.
A what?
A werewolf. A werewolf. Yeah.
A
exactly.
werewolf?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. This happens to you every full moon.
Yeah, duh. I don't know what you're being so weird about. This is normal. My mom told me this was all normal.
What exactly did your mom tell you?
Well, she said...
Katie's mom appears on stage. She's cloaked in tie-dye and smells of sandalwood.
Katie, you're growing up, and soon you'll begin the journey of womanhood. Every month, you will experience the moon phase. Your body will start growing hair in new places. A special part of you will awaken, and you will have a new appetite for men. Feel no shame, my darling. There will be moods and cravings, and you'll find blood where you didn't expect it. But never fear, child, for it is all part of the transition.
All part of the transition.
Katie mimes or speaks the last line of her mother's speech, successfully giving the audience the impression she's been telling the girls the story.
For it is all part of the transition.
No, Kaita. Your mom was talking about a regular menstrual cycle.
What?
Yeah, she meant like armpit hair and pubes.
And there should only be about 1 tablespoon of blood, or up to 3 on a heavy day.
But she said I'd have an appetite for men.
She just meant you want the dick.
Oh, well, that is the tastiest part.
But don't worry, Kata. We'll still be our friends.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool to have a werewolf friend.
Oh, really, girls?
Of course.
And you won't mind if I grow fangs and rip up all your stuff?
Not at all.
Not at all.
And will you help me bury the carcasses of the men I kill?
Not even
a question.
And will you let me chew on your used tampon so I can satisfy my bloodlust?
Ooh. And see. What high quality feminist sketch writing.
Yeah.
Werewolf woman. This was the first time that anyone ever had the idea, or like that periods and werewolves lined up. It was the first.
Which is, I think is incredible, because it makes so much sense now that we've seen it on paper and on screen.
That's what great comedy is, you know?
The truth.
Authenticity.
Mm-hmm.
I love doing this sketch. It also feels great to get back into the character of the...
When I read that script the other day, I forgot about the wow bit.
Wow.
I think like we had a bit more timing when we were actually doing it. It was like a wow.
A werewolf?
A werewolf? A rabbit? A rabbit? Yeah, exactly.
The fun part about, I remember with that sketch, it wasn't clear, or just like one of the funnest parts after you've written the sketches is when we finally cast them and then just start reading them, and then we try and find the voices for them. And I remember that one in particular, it was, yeah, that was just like a fun one to play. I think maybe you read it normally at first, and then you kind of went into this silly character, Nacho.
Yeah.
Because Nacho has played teenage girls. That's what he thinks teenage girls sound like.
Yeah. Chris Shevlin had something to say.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, just how much I enjoyed Nacho's accent there.
Well, we missed though, Nacho, your beautiful long hair, which was like it was almost a prop in the sketch.
And you're 90 too.
You're 90, yeah.
The long hair and the very short 90. It was great.
I have a great video of Nacho with long hair that we'll show in the next show. The next time we do behind the sketch again. Because let's say, I'm not going to jump the gun, but it was a pretty successful show. We got 9 people, 10 people in the audience.
they're still here. They're still
Before
here.
they go, though, we should tell them that they should donate to CCB, perhaps, and buy some merch. You want to get those banners up?
I got banners. I got banners.
And take online classes. There's more than just me. Other people are doing them too.
Yes, and take classes.
So you can donate there. There's
at
that.
comedycafeberlin.com//
Did you just say .com?
.com?
What says .com?
It's a joke, guys.
It's a joke.
You can support CCB by
so weird to listen to.
buying things as well and merch. And then, of course, there are classes being taught. Carl, you're doing a workshop you mentioned this weekend? No.
No, next weekend, Saturday the 13th. But there are workshops for the next few Saturdays with many of the luminaries of Comedy Cafe, all teaching, Comedy Cafe Berlin, all teaching their own thing. You can get a discount if you buy a bunch of them at once. Check it out. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Maybe let's say that like through the years, many people have contributed to the show, and like there's possibility a lot of more shows coming up. And if you look at my T-shirt, you'll see like all the different shows we can harvest.
Oh yeah. Let's see if I'll make this. I'm gonna show Nacho on the solo layout. Check that out. All the shows.
Comedy World All Time Forever Tour. This,
what happened in 2017?
There's only one show in 2017 for some reason.
Yeah, this is the official.
What's that cushion behind you, Nacho?
Oh, and this I have all the official merch from the Weird Show. The Weird Show T-shirt with all the tours, and this is also my Weird Show cushion featuring Clementine, featuring the pornographer.
The pornographer.
Sorry. And me with my long hair.
Nacho with his look. Oh, look at that.
Beautiful. Gift from my departure.
Oops, I hid that away. Sorry.
It is amazing indeed.
It is amazing. And bringing it back to the classes, there are drop-in classes, Josh also said.
That's right.
If you're going to drop into a class.
That's what I was attempting to plug.
Yeah, Carl and other improvisers are teaching drop-in classes that you can just sign up in the moment, drop in, and like have a bit of fun, like playing improv.
Yeah, so thank you so much, everybody, for joining. We wish you a wonderful Saturday evening. Hope you enjoyed the show. I had a lot of fun. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Chris, for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
And
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
And yes, be well, be merry.
Be merry. Take care of yourselves. Be healthy. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Wax on.